It's not going to be their big competitors. It might just be super free for them. Acorn actually getting shots on and in to himself as well. Lands a few nice ones out of the air, but doesn't fully connect. Going and actually contesting the cigar with a triple. Oh my God, Acorn.
That's not something you normally see. You don't see somebody landing on top of Cigar and then literally getting beamed from somebody who lands down below, but you can see Jack's HP, not the highest, not the healthiest. They're gonna immediately get on the barrels and they will be able to get that pickup on the other side, but that's a good start here in Slurpee for Acorn and Jack.
This is that other POV we saw of these guys getting sprayed down. AV luckily didn't get any shots on him. No, just a little bit of a tag, a huge tag actually. I'm surprised that these guys didn't commit.
Is there a third there, or is that just a nameplate way in the back? I saw Mikey in purple. Yeah, I think there's a third, at least one player sticking around here. That's kind of interesting.
But he's still taking shots. His right side is not covered, so that duo in the middle over there could look over. Reminder that grenades are still disabled in this competition, so being in a base right now is very nice. Peeking out and making sure you're going for shots is a little bit less punishing, more rewarding for you. But look at that mini map. Look at the distribution of duos around the entire map. It's almost evenly spread.
And that means that, oh, hold on, his teammate's getting pushed now, and Gabe needs to come right down. That's scary. Hopefully he can get right back to his teammate, because they are good on Storm Surge and they don't really need too much, but that team clearly wants something.
Here's the POV we haven't seen too much. Steens and Gilly. We saw Steens clutch out sometimes on low ground in the end game. Gilly usually knocked out, but now in a box fight in mid game, both players will have to work together and kind of find their way off from this position. Storm Surge is, or at least the warning is active right now. No, I think it's the entire Surge that's ticking at the moment. And this duo on top is looking to come in, crack that egg, get some damage up, but they're getting sprayed, they're getting beamed down from the skies as well. Gonna be very difficult. There's the first opening. The shot comes through from Steens, but it's a trade that he might have not wanted to take. Those minis, only 5 left in his inventory, now 3 for that whole entire game, unless he gets a refresh. Severe, in a bad situation, still has the angle, but Steens once again trading with no damage done from himself. Is looking for that peanut butter edit again, goes for the shot, not connecting. Severe actually goes down from a third party now, a 2v1, but I'm not sure if Gil's gonna move up. He is. Severe gets knocked out. Doe still trying to survive. This is mid-game action at its finest. Every duo involved in the region, and the box fight thought out so carefully. No one actually all-inning just yet. They're playing for those beams, they're playing for those big shots, and the loot barely even enough to take. A nice gold scar upgrade and floppers to boot as well to use and rotate with.
I saw Scoped and Tifu go down in the feed, I believe. There's still a couple nameplates that aren't showing up, but for the most part, we see the majority of who we're watching. Here's Mars and Diggy, who I believe are the people who took down Scoped and Tifu, and they were all the way over here in Dirty Docks. And look at that loadout, look at the heavy snipers. That indicates to me that yes, it's possible that that was the case, and 3 eliminations for them as well. Off to a good start for these two.
I think that Mars has been off to a good start for a long time in this community, still looking for his pop-off moment.
Yeah, it's interesting because you remember he was almost like one of the originals this season about drop spot drama. Young Calc and Macwood over at Craggy Cliffs, they fought them over and over, even made it so that they lost their elite role in the Discord that they were used to practice in, and because of that, maybe some motivation issues, but now they're here and now hopefully they're playing their best. Thankfully, they haven't really had to use too much, but they're still only on 93. Look at the difference here. Acorn and Jack coming all the way from Slurpee. 37 builds total for Acorn. That's a big difference for a lot of different. I mean, like, you need more than that to make it through this next zone, the 6th zone, the 7th zone that are coming up. So they need to find an impact. And maybe it's Chap and AV that they might dive on the box next to each other.
And usually being mid-zone and half is good, but as you mentioned, with low mats, you're going to have to start tarp either way. You're never going to get zone for yourself, so that's going to be dangerous. But being mid-zone, you'll have a little bit more of a say on impacts in jumping the people's boxes. Right now, a box all the way high up in the air, it's Commandment and High Sky, both alive, both looking healthy, having the medkits, popping them. Already one elimination, a boot off of High Sky. Commandments, AR not looking too hot. They do have a harpoon though. Now split back up to 212. This is where games start. This is where we can see the danger before it strikes. And it's in the box in the AR hands of Commandment.
At the same time, they have to make a long rotation. We got a brief glimpse at who was on high ground. And it's not that connected, but don't forget it's a far rotate. It's going all the way down into Dirty Docks. On the other side, that's where Chap and AV were, and that's where Acorn and Jack were. Dwifo and Cloud on the left side of that. So some big names have it. They're gonna do a short launch. Here's Dwifo and Cloud. It's a long launch. And they might land up high. Lyrison and Colorful starting to crank as well. Dwifo and Cloud, though, they're gonna stay on this mid-ground layer.
Yup, this is their bread and butter position, just holding out, looking for beams on the soft side, but there's someone trying to jump in. Not sure if it's a solo player. If it is, that spells danger. But Dwifo just looking forward, waiting for the next possible short launch pad. I think they do have another, and the 6 zone is the hardest one to get by. I wouldn't blame them for looking for free rotations, but being blocked and now being in zone, they take 1 tick of damage as we wait for that server to catch up. We see stats and physics up in the back. Dwifo actually taking beams up from the sky, getting blocked by so many different builds. Now split away from Cloud, who's just 1 HP trying to survive. Wow. This might already be a solo game.
Yeah, it might, but they get right back together, and that's the cue they need to split the health and get this right back up and into shape to take the next couple of fights. But they're down now on the road, and it is a long road for them. They split the materials, but they have them. They have it. Look at that, 400 on every single type. And Dwifo now takes the lead and takes control of this entire tunnel. He gets right through the containers, and can Cloud follow? The zone pushing them in an awkward position, and this is hard to break through these big metal containers. They take so long. You can't even spend the time to take any pickaxe shots on them at all. Nice rotate now from Cloud and Dwifo, and this is the time where teams are going to start joining them on low ground.
Yep, and Cloud kind of picked it up off of Dwifo. They're just getting a little bit blundered on which way to go. But now, when Dwifo tarped out, or Cloud tarped out, Dwifo had some time to think about what to do next. Now sees the vision true. Box to box with Starving Aiden and Oopstrike trying to get in off a ramp, but they just block it off. Cloud goes through. Dwifo follows Chap and AV on the same layer as well. People on heights at stats and physics, I believe, looking for shots, but now they've been droveled down pretty much on their natural HP. Dwifo only has 5 seconds left to play in the circle in the storm. Has a med kit. Does he have time to break it off? No, he doesn't. You mentioned all the brick, the metal walls. They're trying to get through on the box of rocks, mid-ground and low. It's so chaotic. They're looking for ways to come in. Edits have to be pristine, clear. A med kit pop going here, it could be very risky.
Could be, but also great reward right now for Dwifo. Mars on the backside. He's got a heavy sniper. You've got to be careful. He does get that pop. Oh, he's going to open on him and take out Mars. Diggy already down. Instant elimination. Instant refresh from Dwifo and Cloud, and still down on this low ground layer. They now have more to work with.
And they're on the dead zone side of the map ahead of everyone. Oopstrack goes down immediately up top, which means that Starving Aiden is probably eliminated as well. But Commandment is trying to survive on low with just a sliver of HP. I believe he just got turned on by Physic as well. Chap and AV living in mid-ground do have that minigun, I think, maybe possibly, if they got some eliminations in that mid-game and got it up. If they don't, they have the RPG, the tac shotgun, getting trapped in their own code. Dwifo, self-RPGs, Claw comes down, he gets dropped, AV gets traded as well. Not sure by who, it's Physic who drops down, gets AV, finds the finish. Cloud now left as a solo, so is Chap. Who's going to be the victor on Ultimate Low Ground?
Yeah, Physic in there. Dwifo and Cloud, no, they're still together. Chap goes in the box. I don't know about that one against Dwifo and Cloud. They're still together now. 30 HP on Dwifo, Cloud healthy, Physic right on top of him, but low HP for them. There's still 3 teams left in this 5 players, 2 of them being Dwifo and Cloud, and we've already seen another, so it must be a full duo. Box to box, they take out Physics, finish him off. Now, 2 versus 2. How is this gonna end for Cloud and Dwifo? They played it masterfully down on low ground now, but the last 2v2.
Yep, it's Dirty Docks, and it's gonna be a very clean and rough street fight between these two duos. But right now, no mats, I think. No, there is a possibility to come all the way up. These guys are getting a little bit into trouble in low ground, the unnaturalness of that field. Lyrison and Colorful are the ones on height, have a med kit and a bandage cannon for that heal game if possible, but they're gonna be looking down to get this double elim. Coming down, Lyrison getting big shots, but Colorful follows up with a big shotgun shot. That's game 1 given to the duo that just scraped by. do they have enough of a time to push forward? 20 total points after game one. Grotto and Chap and AV right behind them at 14. A nice tie all the way through. I think they have a little bit of space.
Yeah, I think they do, and we'll see if they can continue that in game number 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got 6 of these guys, so 5 more to go. Cloud and Thwifo showing up, AV Chap showing up, Claw and Aggro, a name that we saw in week 4.